Here's a variation of our lay bets to protect our place bets. Hey everyone, it's Mike. Welcome back to my channel. So in our last video, we took our lay bets on the 4 and the 10 and we combined them and put them behind the 4. That opened the 10 up so that we could put another place bet on it. So the way it looked was place bets on the 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10, which is $54, all protected now by a lay bet behind the 4. Now we increased our lay bet to 125. So originally we had 50 on the 4, 50 behind the 10. We combined them, but that $100 lay bet would not cover 54 across. So we bumped it up to 125 and we rolled it out and we did okay. I did get a few comments. One comment said, I'm not feeling real comfortable rolling a 7 right after I roll a 4. I feel like that's very common. That could happen. Plus, when we roll the 4, the way the strategy works is we take everything down and we take the bet behind the 4 and we place it across. We won't have enough chips to place 125 across. So this comment that I received from one viewer said, let's just replace the 125 when you hit the 4. And let's make up the losses of that when we hit the lay bet. Let's make up those losses when we roll a 7 out. Let's put the 50 across then. Not 125, but 50. And we may have to roll it twice to make up the loss on the 125. Might be easier to show. So I think I'm set up. What I'm going to do is when we roll a 4 and we lose the 125, we're just going to replace it. Let's go ahead and roll. So there's an 8. There's a 9. That helps. Another 9. A 3. A 6. And there's a 7 out. Now, according to this viewer that went ahead and suggested this, when we roll the 7 and everything comes down, that's when we would want to put 50 across and try to make up our losses when we hit the 4. Since we haven't hit the 4, I don't think we want to do 50 across at this point. I think we only want to do 50 across once we hit the 4 and lose the 125. Then the next time we hit the 7, then we put 50 across. So I'm just going to set back up. I'm just going to hit my repeat button and continue rolling. I'm not going to do any changes in the strategy until I hit the 4. I have to hit the 4, replace it, and then hit the 7. Then I'll make the change. So there's a 6. And I think that's what he was saying. Having a 4 come out and then a 7 seems more likely than having a 7 come out twice. So okay, there's the 4. Now, normally I would take everything down and put whatever I had behind the 4, 125, I would put that across. But what this comment person was saying was just replace your loss. So now you know you're down 125. So now when you roll a 7, everything comes down, then put 50 across and make up that 125 loss. There's a 9. There's a 5. There's a 6. There's a 7. Okay, so I rolled the 4 and I lost 125. I replaced it and I continued my roll. When I roll the next 7, I take everything comes down. I now want to put 50 across and I want to try to make up that $125 loss. There's a 3, that's no help. There's an 11, that doesn't help. I need a box number. Okay, there's $72 of it. So I could roll again and I want to try to make up my 125. Or, because I'm in the green, I can just go ahead and take everything down and let's set back up. Okay? Let's just roll a few more times. There's a 10. There's a 9. And there's another 7 out. Now, that 7 out, I did not roll the 4 before that 7 out, so I don't really have to take everything down and put 50 across to try to make it up. I would just hit the repeat button and keep going. So that was one suggestion. Let me talk about another suggestion that another person put on the comments. Let's set back up, original setup, 54 inside with 125 lay bet. The second comment I got was you're going to lose on a 4 and you have 3 combinations to roll the 4. You have a 1-3, a 2 and a 2, and a 3 and a 1. If you would take a $15 Hardway bet on your 4, on your hard 4 for $15, now your only losses are going to be on a 1-3 and a 3-1. You reduced your losses from 3 numbers combinations to 2 combinations. Okay? That kind of made a lot of sense too. The only problem is you're increasing your place bets. You've now, instead of 54 inside and across, you got 54 plus 15, 69. Now you got 69 in bets on place bets. And a $125 lay bet won't cover a $69 loss if you hit the 4. Okay, does that make sense? Or I mean, I'm sorry, if you hit the 7, you're going to lose 169, and you're only going to make up 63, 62. So you're going to lose 69 and only make up 63. So if we rolled a 7 right now, we would not win on the 7. So was it worth reducing your combinations of losses from 3 combinations down to 2 and taking a little bit of a loss on a 7? I think it is. Or we could increase the lay bet to 150. But we're starting to just inch our way up on our bets. So let me roll this a few times. If we see a 7 out, okay, there's the 4. Okay, so we lose a little bit more because we now lose the 15 that we had on the hard 4. So we would replace it, according to our first comment, replace our hard 4. And now if we rolled a 7, we would take everything down and try to make up our $140 loss. So I'm looking for a 7 here. And even the 7 is going to be a little bit of a loss because we've added that $15. So these are just a couple variations. There's the 7. So I lose another $9. So at this point, we need one bet across. And the person who left me the comment said, make it a $50 across. Okay? For 2 rolls. You could go maybe 75 across. You got enough money. And try to win it in 1 roll. Get your money back in 1 roll. It's really all how you feel and how you feel the table's going. Because if you roll a 7, then you're broke. So anyway, I wanted to show those 2 variations. The first variation was reduce the number of combinations on your bad number, which is the 4. Reduce it by playing a hard 4. Now you've reduced from 3 combinations to 2. And the other one was, instead of playing across when you hit your 4, just replace it and go ahead and then try to make your money up when you hit the 7 and then put your 50 across. Okay? So give that a try. Let me know what you think. I'm going to try it a few more times. This is the first time I'm actually trying it. And ran into a 7 twice, which is obviously the worst thing that can happen on any strategy, unless you're playing to win on the 7s. But I'm going to try it a few more times and see how it goes. So Anyway, I hope everyone's having a good day. And as always, thanks for watching.
Hey guys, if you made it this far, please check out these other craps related channels.